Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope you are all doing well. Thank you very much. I'm grateful with the wonderful job you are doing. I wanted to say this earlier. Some people were like, sometimes our videos delay. Yes, I understand. I know a lot of you are really following and a lot of you are learning from it. I'm grateful for that. And I'm doing this for people who really want to learn. I'm doing this for people who really want to know. I'm doing this for people who really want to free themselves. So I'm really grateful. I know a lot of you are learning from it, but let me be honest with you, it's not easy with us. It's not really easy with us when it comes to the materials, the tools that we are working with, the light, the camera. Could you imagine that all this while we have only one camera and sometimes the camera is being headache? This is why somebody is giving us headache. This is where I would like to greet one of my brothers, MG, wherever you are. When I say MG, people who know him will know him. MG, wherever you are, I'm greeting you. Thank you very much. This is why I want to salute him. We have only one camera actually, so we're still struggling with it, and we still have these light issues and trying to pick up and put things together. We are not good in asking. We are not good in that. I don't know how to say I need support. Actually, I'm not like that. I'm not good at that. Since my childhood, I don't know how to ask. I don't know how to ask something like beg or something like that. I'm not good at it. If not, let me tell you, sometimes before we can have one video shoot, my producer will bear witness. It's a whole hell. Like the light, now we are even struggling to get the backdrop and all these things, and we want to move it to the next level, but hey, it's not easy. So sometimes when the videos delay, understand us, it's not easy because we are surrounded. So thank you very much. I'm grateful. Willingly, if you want to support us with any of these things, camera, light, backdrop, willingly, you are welcome. Now let's proceed with the business of the day. Now, wrapping up the previous incident that I read for you, when the Quraysh came to Abu Talib, asking him, demanding him to speak to his nephew so that he will stop condemning their religion, he will stop condemning their idols and all that. They spoke, and then Muhammad disagreed, and I read to you the last part of what Muhammad said to them. When Muhammad said he's going to give them a kalima, a word, that word will let them rule Arabs. Listen, the word will let them rule Arabs, and then watadinu lakum biha al-ajam, and those that are not Arabs will worship them. Those that are not Arabs will worship them. Ruling someone is different from someone worshiping you. So you are Abdus. So when I tell you are worshiping Arabs, understand this Islam thing is made up by Arabs for you to worship them. They know, but they can't tell you this. When they say it, they will free you. People want to control people. Civilizations want to control other civilizations. Other empires want other empires so that they can rule them. This is what is happening. It is only Africans that don't see this. Since you have been worshiping Allah, what has Allah done for you? Anyway, let me proceed. So when he told them this, and he said the word is La ilaha illallah. So you see people shouting La ilaha illallah, La ilaha. This is the word, the beginning of your slavery. La ilaha illallah is the beginning of your slavery. Now they are smart to extend that they are able to concoct hadith, fabricate hadith, and told you that when you died, when you are on your dying bed, and you say La ilaha illallah before dying, you go to heaven. There is hadith saying that man kana akhiru kalamihi la ilaha illallah dakhala al-jannah. Whoever uttered La ilaha illallah as a last word before he passed on, dakhala al-jannah, he will go to heaven. So you see, you are a slave while living. We will discuss the other side, the behind the scene. When you are into these religions, Christianity, Islam, when you are practicing them, what is really holding you? There's an entity, there's an energy holding you. What does the energy want, and what does the energy using you? That will be a different topic. That will be a different topic. That one has been prepared already. It is there. That one is with the secret. The hidden secret of Islamic religion. That one is coming. This one is open ones which are in the books that people, some of you are even wondering that where from distance, you've never heard it. Your malams never told you. You are delusional. You are delusional. Your malams didn't tell you. When I speak, you become panic. When people see my video, they start to panic. I'm reading from your books. These ones are common. These ones are everywhere. These ones can be seen everywhere. These ones can be seen everywhere. So I don't know what's your problem is. Like, what's your problem? These ones are everywhere. These ones can be seen everywhere. They are in the books. You are not reading. So these ones are not hidden secret of Islam. I have hidden secret of Islam which are in hidden books. I'll bring it out. But before then, let me ask you this. The pentagram, the 5-angle star on your mosque, it is the same star that witches used. What is the connection between Islam and witches? What does the symbol of witches doing on your mosque? Ask any witch, ask any original witch. The pentagram, the 5-angle star is very, very important in witchcraft. So what does it doing on your mosque? Do you have a pattern of witchcraft in your religion? You better go learn your religion well. We are not yet there. I got a lot to split. I'm not dissipating ignorance. I'm giving knowledge. Now, so when he told them that the word is la ilaha illallah, so that they will stop worshipping the idols, this same worshipping idol uncle is the one who gave you protection up to now. Then Fasafaku be ID him. When he said the word is la ilaha illallah, they clapped. The Quraysh clapped. They understood what he meant. They clapped. Thumma qalu, and they said to him, Aturidu ya Muhammad, oh you Muhammad, Aturidu, do you want an taj'al al-alihata ilaha wahida? Do you want to make all the idols that we have to be one? You want to make all the idols we have, you want to merge all the idols into one. Is that what you want to do? Ilahan wahida, you want to make it one idol? Inna amraka la-ajab. Indeed, what you are saying is amazing. It's astonishing. It is surprising. ثم قال بعضهم لبعض. After that, and each of them said to each other, إنه والله ما هذا الرجل بمعطيكم شيئا مما تريدون. This young man is not ready to negotiate with you. He's not ready to go into agreement with you. So let's go. فانطلقوا. They left. فانطلقوا. Go, leave. Wamdu, and walk. Ala dini abaikum, and continue with your ancestors' religion, ancestors' worship. Hatta yahkum Allahu bainakum wa bainahu, until Allah will judge between you and Muhammad. Now it is the idol worshippers that are saying Allah will judge between Muhammad and them. Allah. Yahkum Allah. Allah. The idol worshippers know Allah. Which of the Allahs is Muhammad preaching about? I've asked this question more than once. Now let's proceed. ثم تفرقوا. and then they left. وَفِي هَؤُلَاء, the incident of those people has triggered a chapter of the Quran, قَوْلُهُ تَعَالَى, the chapter of Quran, chapter number 38, Surah As-Sad. It is this incident that triggered Quran chapter number 38. Quran chapter number 38. I have Quran here. I can read it off head. Thanks for my dad for taking me to Kumasi to go and memorize the Arabians poems. This is Arabians poems. Quran is Arabians poems. Now I can read the verse because it is verse 1 to 7. I can read it off head, but because I want you to know that it is in your Quran, I have Quran here. That incident triggered the coming of Quran chapter number 38, which is known as Surah As-Sad. Sad is one of the letters of Arabic alphabet. You know, Arabic alphabet are 28 in number. Alif, Ba, Ta, Sa, Jim, Ha, Kha, Dal, Za, Ra, Za, Sin, and Shin, Sad, the name of the chapter. Now, Surah As-Sad is in arrangement, chronological arrangement of Quran. Surah As-Sad is Quran chapter number 38. Let's take a look about this chapter, and then after that we read the chapter and let's see what the chapter contains. You know, when he said that to them, they said, we are leaving, because Muhammad is not ready to negotiate with us. Muhammad is not ready to go into agreement with us. Since he's not ready to do that, we are leaving. And they left. For them leaving, walking away, walking out of Muhammad's place and Muhammad's uncle's place, the verse, Quran chapter number 38, Surah As-Sad, was revealed to Muhammad. And this chapter, verse number 1 to verse number 7, contains threat. Yes, threat. Which type of divine being, which kind of Almighty, the supreme being, the mother of the universe, threatens people? Threat is attribute of humans. It is humans that when they want to force you, when they want to enslave you, when they want to put you under their control with force, and they feel like they have upper hand, they will threat you with their upper hand and their power. Allah, that seems to create everybody, according to Muslims, is threatening people. What is Allah afraid of? Is Allah afraid of just mere Quraysh leaders? The Quraysh leaders that when they go to bed, Allah can just seize their breath within a twinkle of an eye or a flip of a finger, and all of them will die. Allah has power to do that. So why threaten them? And you think this Allah is worthy of worship? You don't think there's a question mark surrounding this your Allah? Allah who is threatening mere humans. Allah that claimed to be Inna Allah ala kulli shay'in qadir. Indeed, Allah is powerful over everything. Fa'alun lima yurid. He does whatever he wants. This Allah is threatening mere humans that when they go to sleep, if indeed he has power, with the flip of a finger, he can take off their life. He can seize their breath. But yet he's threatening them. This is the Allah you are hitting your forehead on the ground for. You are crazy. People who want to learn will learn. You see, I'm not interested in going to so many interviews. I'm staying real. I'm real, and I'm going with real people. I don't deal with fake niggas, bro. I don't got damn time for fake niggas. If you really want to go into your mind and think, you know that these things are lies, fictional stories, fabricated stories, just to subjugate people. Now, let's do a little bit background check of Quran 38 that came to threaten people who came to negotiate with Muhammad to come into conclusion so that they can have peaceful environment in Mecca. Surah Sad, as I said earlier on, is Quran chapter number 38. So pick your Quran and check it out. Quran chapter number 38 is Surah Sad. And those verses that came to threaten these people are verses, verse 1 to 7. Now, one of the names of this surah again is Surah to Dawood, the chapter of David. You know why? There was a story of David in there. There was a symbolic story of David when David took someone's wife. There was a symbolic of that story in there. So another name for Quran chapter 38, Surah to Sad, is Surah to Dawood, the chapter of David. Now, the surah has no consensus verses. I take that again. The surah has no consensus verses. Some people say Quran chapter 38 has 88 verses. 88 verses. And some people say no. Quran chapter 38 has 86 verses. 2 verses are missing. With those that said Quran chapter 38 has 86 verses, 2 verses are missing. In fact, the different type of the Quran, the different type of the versions of the Quran that we have has these contradictions or these differences. Muslims claim their Quran is untouchable. Their Quran is never tampered with. Do you really know your Quran? Why did you allow me, the Satan, the Iblis, the Lucifer, the red dragon of Apocalypse, teaching you your Quran? Surprising. You see, the last TikTok video I had, follow my TikTok account, you see on the page, watching this video, you see the TikTok account, and also follow our YouTube channel. The last video, live video of TikTok that I did, a student of mine came under my life writing that I am Zuku. Do you know the meaning of Zuku in Hausa? Let me tell you. Zuku is someone that is illiterate, someone that does not know anything. That is what Hausa people call zuku or damp. So my student came under my live video on TikTok to write that I am zuku. This is someone I thought, someone that they can't even read Arabic sentence without the vowels. You see, your Malams don't know anything. I will repeat it again. Your Malams don't know anything. But how will you know as a follower that your Malam don't know anything? You can't know because you yourself, you can't read the Arabic. So you are a blind follower. The person that is known as Malam or Islamic scholar in Zongo community is he that can read Quran. Quran reading, anybody can read the Quran provided you went to Makaranta in your childhood. And the Quranic verses has vowels. That is shakl or ashkal. So you can read them because they have vowels. But these books don't have vowels. They are written like that. This boy that came to write under my TikTok that I'm zuku, when I was teaching them, Arabic reading is difficult, not to talk of them speaking. These are the same people, when exams approaches, they copy. I look at them and keep quiet because you can't stress them. We are not in Arabic speaking country. And again, it's someone's language. Why are you stressing the person? On top of that, besides, that thing that he's struggling to learn will not take him anywhere. He can't work with it. No any company that will employ you because you have Arabic certificate, because you went to study fiqh, sirah, tawheed. Nobody will employ you. In Tama still works. They don't use tawheed there. Nobody works with fiqh in Vaku. Tema harbor, May harbor, fishing harbor. They don't work with sirah. They don't work with Quran. So who will employ you? So I was like, who cares? So don't stress them. I understand. I pardon him for two reasons. He's just a boy. He has been lied to. What I'm telling him is Malams cannot read this and tell him. The Malams that know that these things exist will never talk about it because they don't want the followers to start thinking. So they will not talk about it. So this is making them bleed. So bleeding is allowed. Crying is allowed. Now when someone is crying and bleeding, they go out of their mind, so they utter foolish words. If not someone that I lectured you, when villagers claim they are scholars, this is what happens. Now, Quran chapter number 38, Surah As-Sad, according to some people, it has 88 verses. According to some people, it has 86. Two different verses, two verses are missing. Don't you think this is alarming? In the Quran of Allah, which Allah revealed the 86th chapter and which Allah revealed the 88th one. Which angel brought the 86th chapter verses of Quran chapter number 38? And which angel brought the 88th verses of Quran chapter number 38? Question 3. Which prophet received 88 verses of Quran chapter number 38? And which prophet also received 86 chapters of Quran chapter number 38? These questions are not important to you. for you claiming that your Quran is not tampered with. Now listen. When you pick At-Tafsir al-Wasit lil-Quran al-Kareem, which has 5 different tafsir in it, they got those to say. You see me holding that book more than once, right? Even Al-Kashaf Az-Zamakhshari also said the same thing. Now they said that Quran chapter number 38, Surah As-Sad, has 88 ayah, has 88 verses. Fi Mushaf al-Kufi, in the Quran of the Kufi people in Iraq, the Iraq Muslims, in the Quran of the Iraq Muslims, the Kufi people, Quran chapter number 38 has 88 verses. So this Quran I'm holding is based on the Quran of the Kufi people. Quran chapter number 38 has 88 verses here. 88 verses here. So this one is based on the Kufi Quran, the Iraqis, the Quran of the Iraqis. They have 88 verses in Quran chapter number 38. When we get to the Quran, I saw a video when some young men went to visit one scholar, I don't know who he is, and the scholar was discussing the various formula of Quranic recitation for them. Hafs, Warsh, Duri, Ibn Kathir, Kumbul, Qalun, and he was discussing it with them. I took my time to listen to him. Now, in the discussion, so many questions has popped up, but the dumb, dead, constipated, headed young man sitting in front of him couldn't even identify the questions in his discussion. How can you think as a Muslim, since you are hitting your forehead on the ground, the brain is damaged? I said it. According to the Quran of the Kufis, according to the Quran of the Kufis, the Iraqis, Quran chapter 38 has 88 verses. So this Quran that you have in your room, that has 88 verses, goes with the version, the Iraqi version, the Kufi version. Now listen. وَسِتُّ وَثَمَانُونَ آيَةً فِي الْحِجَازِ وَالْبَصَرِ وَالشَّامِ. Now listen. In the version, in the Quranic version of Hijaz, Hijaz is Saudi Arabia and the surroundings. In the Quranic version of Hijaz and Basra, another part of Iraq, was Sham and Sham, these 3 places, and one part of Iraq, which is Basra and Sham and Hijaz, their Quran chapter number 38 has 86 verses. So 2 verses are missing. This is the Quran that is not tampered with. If you don't go to the library and read, if you didn't go and ask your malam, and you are sitting there writing foolishness, you will hear from me. 2 verses are missing from the Quran, the version of Hijaz, the version of Basra, and the version of Sham. 2 verses are missing. Who took them off? Okay. Now, another interesting point I want to make is that when these Quraysh elders came to meet Abu Talib, asking him to call his nephew Muhammad for them to have discussion and negotiation with him, When Muhammad refused it, and Muhammad gave them his proposal, and they also rejected and walked out of him, Allah revealed verses to threaten the elders of Quraysh. But 3 years when Muhammad and his family were under house arrest, were under suspension, were under sanction, they were eating leaves out of hunger, out of no food, out of starvation. They were eating leaves. Allah never provided food. Really? When the weak ones, the poor ones, were being tortured and agonized in Mecca because they accepted Islam of Muhammad, Allah couldn't provide protection. But when the elders of Quraysh rejected what Muhammad is imposing on them, Allah brought verses in Quran chapter number 38 threatening them. Is this Allah serious? Okay. Now, the Quraysh, who are idol worshippers, who walk out of Muhammad without accepting what Muhammad wants to impose on them, Allah revealed a verse about them, threatening them. But when the followers of Allah being tortured, Allah remained quiet. When Muhammad's family went under pressure, sanction, suspension, house arrest, Allah was quiet. This your Allah must be crazy. Let's see what the verse is saying. Now, the verse started with one of the alphabets of Arabic language, which is Sad. Now, the verses or the chapters that start with letters in Quran are many. Some start with 1 letter, some start with 2, some start with 3, some start with 4. I think the highest number of letters that a chapter started with is 5. That is Quran chapter 19, I think. Surah to Maryam. I'll cross-check, but I think yes. Because Quran chapter 19, the chapter of Miriam is Kaf, Ha, Ain, Ya, Sod. So 5. You have Alif Lam Mim 3. You have Alif Lam Ra. You have Ha Mim and all those things. And Sod. You have Qaf. Now this is Sod. It started with Sod. Those chapters in the Quran that started with letters, no Islamic cleric, no Islamic elite, no Quranic exegesis has able to give the meaning of those letters. So Muslims don't know what those letters in the beginning of the chapters mean. Nobody knows. So Allah revealed the Quran to you, which has ambiguous messages. The messages of the Quran are ambiguous. No Islamic scholar can tell you on authority that they know what Alif Lam Mim means. In fact, I, the red dragon of Apocalypse, the Lucifer, I say to you, those letters that Quran has begin, some of the Quranic chapters has begin with, they don't have meaning. In other words, they are gibberish. They don't have meaning. In other words, they are gibberish. Just like this sword. No Islamic scholar is able to say the sword means this and that on authority. No Islamic scholar is able to say Alif Lam Mim means this. No. They don't know the meaning. Let's proceed. Listen. Sword, Allah is speaking. He says sword, which has no meaning. So that page, that particular page of the paper has been wasted because it has no meaning. Wal Quran is dhikr. I swear by the Quran, which has higher status. I swear by the Quran, by the famous Quran, by the highly revered Quran. Wal Quran is dhikr. That's verse 1. Bal alladhina kafaru. Hold and behold, alladhina kafaru, those that are kafirs, fi izzatin, they are in their arrogance and their pompousness, washikok, and they are also in division. Now he says, Kam ahlakna min qablihim. How many of people have we destroyed? Allah the destroyer, Allah the terminator, Allah the murderer is speaking. Arabian deity, the blood-sucking Arabian deity is speaking. How many people ahlakna have we destroyed min qablihim, before the Quraysh, min karnin, of so many generations? In other words, I, Allah, or we, Allah, have destroyed so many generations before the Quraysh. Fanadaw. And these generations, they cried to us when we were destroying them. Wala tahina manas. But it was too late. We didn't hear their cries. We didn't hear their plea. We didn't pay attention to our lamentation, their plight. We destroyed them. Wajibu. Now the Quraysh were surprised. And ja'ahum munzirun minhum, that a warner has come to them among them. Waqala al-kafiruna, and the kafirs, the mushriks, the non-believers of Mecca said, Hadha, this warner, sahirun, he's a magician, kadhab, and he is also a liar. Aja'ala al-alihata ilahan wahida. Did he really make all the idols to become one? Inna hadha, indeed this utterance, la shay'un ujab, is something surprising. Wantalaqa al-mala'u minhum, and the cabinet among them walked away and said, Animshu, go on, wasbiru, and be patient, ala alihatikum, upon the worship of your idols. Inna hadha, indeed this la shay'un yurad, is what we need. This is what pleases us. Ma samina bihadha fi millati al-akhirah. Now the kafirs are speaking. We've never heard this among our people, the late generations. Inna hadha, in fact, this is illa ikhtilaq, it's just a fabrication. So the Quraysh, according to this verse, says the Quran, or what Muhammad is saying, is fabricated things. Now let me take you back to verse 3. That is where the threat is. Kam ahlakna. How many generations? Kam ahlakna min qablihim min qarnin. How many generations have we destroyed before them? So read this to them to put fear in their heart, so that they will be careful. Allah the destroyer can only use fear to get you, just like the way fear is what Muslims can use to defend their religion. Criticize them and they will threaten you with beating, hurting, and killing. This is Allah for you. So, to wrap up, the elders of Quraysh walked out of Muhammad. They didn't listen to him. They went on to proceed to worship their idols. And then a threat verse was revealed to threaten them in Quran chapter number 38, verse 1 to 7, which we don't know the number of the verses of that chapter for certain. So this incident couldn't work. Something interesting followed up. The idol worshipping uncle Abu Talib, who was providing security to Muhammad, died. Then the whole dimension changed. What happened? Meet me in the next video. Let me break it down to you to see how fictional and lies that someone used to create the religion you call Islam for you. Share, comment, until we meet again. The descendant of Tut, the African prophet. I say to you, bye-bye.